There may be a new dethatcher and scarifier that is making its way into the lawn care game, and that is the MZK electric dethatcher. Now this is a corded dethatcher, similar to my Sunjoe Dethatcher here. I've had this bad boy for 3 to 4 years. Freaking tank, I love it. I compared it to a Greenworks dethatcher in a previous video. I'll link that down in the description and probably throw a tag up in the corner here. But MZK, I have another YouTube channel where I test out some other tools and stuff, but they have sent me this dethatcher and scarifier. I've used the scarifying attachment over on another property and it worked really well. So I want to compare it to the trusty Sunjoe and see how well this thing works. There's a couple things on this just non-performance wise that I like better with the MZK compared to the Sunjoe. First off, I like the way it looks much sleeker. I like this little handle here, and I also like the height adjustment. The height adjustment is so much easier to operate in my opinion. So 4 is the lowest setting, and I can easily toggle between different settings, and 0 means that that thing is not going to touch the ground at all. So when transporting, 0 is good. The Sunjoe, they don't have that 0, but you can adjust, and this again is super easy to adjust. The highest is here, -10. The highest setting is a 10, and the lowest setting is a -10. Still easy to adjust with one hand, but this one is much easier to adjust. One other thing I really like about the MZK versus the Sunjoe is the handle. The handle's a little bit thicker, makes for an easier grip. I feel like it's more comfortable to use, and I also like this motor engagement here. I feel like this is much better compared to the Sunjoe, where they only have the one little toggle there, so I can't toggle that motor without using my right hand. Now these both do come with collection bags, but if you've ever used one of these electric dethatchers and scarifiers, you know that those collection bags are pretty much useless. They fill up way too fast. So let's go ahead and do a performance test. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of split the lawn here. I'm going to kind of do about this section here. I'm going to do the MZK from here over, and then I'm going to use the Sunjoe from here over and back. This one goes a little bit further back, this one goes a little bit further this way. So the area is roughly about the same. It's not going to be exactly the same. I don't want to take the time to measure it out, but the area is going to be within probably 20 square feet, give or take. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I am going to be using the dethatching attachment on both of these. So the dethatching attachment on this, I don't know if I love this or not yet. I haven't used the dethatcher attachment yet, but they both have the metal tines. On the Sunjoe, the tines are spring-loaded and pretty much stay in place, which I kind of like that. I feel like that's going to be more aggressive, and I like to go aggressive when I'm dethatching. With the MZK, this is going to spin this way, and those tines, you can see they rotate, but they are spring-loaded. But those rotate, and they have a little hook on them here to kind of dig into the soil and snatch that way. So both of these I'm going to start on the lowest setting and see how aggressive we can get, see how much stuff we can pull up, split those into piles, and do a little comparison. So before we get started, I do want to go over a couple key features between these two. This MZK has a 13 amp motor. And then checking out the Sunjoe, this has a 12 amp motor. I'm pretty sure they don't even make the 12 amp motor anymore. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. All I could see online was a 13 amp motor, so if you get the newer one, they're going to compare very similarly. So first thing I've got to do before I do any sort of running the MZK or the Sunjoe, I've got to mow this lawn short so that I'm not tearing up any live grass. You want to keep as much of that in there. I'm going to be overseeing that. That's going to be for another video here. This is some prep work, but I also want to compare the two dethatchers as well, so we're kind of doing one shoot and making 2 videos. All right, well, we got her mowed down to about 0.75 inches, scalped her down. You can see a few little scalp marks throughout the lawn. I've actually been working on lowering this, so the lawn actually doesn't look crazy stressed out after that. But let's come over here. You can see there's a lot of just dead material in there, so this should give us some really good results with the dethatching. So I'm excited to check this out and see how well both of these perform. All right, so I'm just gonna do a line basically right down the middle here. This side Sunjoe, this side MZK. The MZK, holy smokes, one pass pulled up a ton of dead material, thatch, even kind of ripped up some live material. But like I said, I want to go aggressive because I'm going to be overseeding this lawn. Some people probably wonder why I'm overseeding. Well, I want a better seed variety. I want an elite seed variety. I'm going to be using the Blackout perennial ryegrass. It's one of the darkest, if not the darkest. In fact, I think it is the darkest blend of grass seed on the market. So we're going to be putting that down again. I'll drop that video down in the comments section, or rather the description. I'll drop that video down in the description so you can check out the process of that and see the results. The MZK pulled up a ton of material. We're going to go ahead, rake this up so it doesn't blow away. It's starting to get a little windy. I don't want any of this to blow away. I'm going to rake it up into a pile, then we'll come back and hit the other side with the Sunjoe. Alright, that's a decent little pile for the MZK. Whew. Tired from raking that up. Oh well, the results are in. I don't know who has a bigger pile. Maybe I'll let you guys be the judge. Who's the champ here? A Sunjoe here. Decent sized pile. Decent sized pile. And the MZK. I actually think this MZK's got a little bit of a bigger pile. Definitely does. So, winner MZK. Difference though, 13 amp motor, 12 amp. Honestly, really not much of a difference between the two piles. MZK's got the slight edge, but I think MZK's the champ there. And I even think the Sunjoe had a little bit of a bigger area back through here. We have ourselves a champ, crowned a champ, and that is the MZK electric dethatcher. There's a new dethatcher in the markets. I'll also drop the link for both of these products. Both are great. Now, when I compared the Sunjoe to the Greenworks, the Sunjoe clear advantage, definite champion. Be sure to check both of them out. They're both great. The Sunjoe is probably the most popular electric dethatcher on the market for lawn care freaks like myself. Definitely something you're going to want if you want to level up your lawn care game. I would go with either or of these. They both are going to go on sale. The price difference is pretty close. So both going to go on sale at different times. Sunjoe gets tough to find, especially around peak season, spring, fall, when people are starting to dethatch their lawns. So if you're wanting the Sunjoe, it's out of stock. Check out this MZK. I think I'd probably go with the MZK over the Sunjoe right now anyways. There's other things about, I think it looks cooler, looks better, stores even a little bit better, and is a lot easier and more comfortable to use in my opinion. So whatever that's worth. I appreciate y'all watching. Have a good one.